Ladies and gentlemen, 46 years ago this week, if you were chilling in the summertime in June, not technically summer, this is the number one song in the land. The last time my Pittsburgh Pirates won a World Series. And it's been dismal ever since. But yes, We Are Family, Sister Sledge. This, ladies and gentlemen, was the number one song in the country, 1979. This week. Only spent 1 week at number one, by the way. So thanks to them. Welcome to another edition of Early Evening Sports Buffet with Ginch. Taste the victory, savor the night. I am said Ginch. I'm your host, Ryan Neff. Hopefully at some point, Mick, formerly of Barstool Sports, will be on. I had questions. I'm sure it's been a whirlwind for him the last week or so. But hopefully we can get into XYZ, how he's been doing since all went down, get the gist of everything, sort of do a run back of what has transpired. So hopefully he will be on at some point. Until he comes on, though, the NBA yesterday. I said the Oklahoma City Thunder would win. I was wrong. The Pacers won 116-107. Thunder were up 8 after the first. Then the Pacers outscored the Thunder by 12. In the second, Thunder came back in the third, and then the Thunder didn't show up in the fourth. We go to the box score. For Oklahoma City, they had 4 players in double figures in scoring. Shea had 24 points, but he was 1 for 3 from the 3-point line. He was 9 of 20 from regular field goal. So overall, he was 10 of 23. For the Pacers, it was Siakam and Halliburton doing their things. Benedict Mathurin, sporty off the bench with 27 points. Naismith, Turner, Nembhard, really in single-digit scoring. But again, what do I preach? Total turnovers, Oklahoma City had 21, the Pacers had 14. Pacers won the turnover battle. Now, Oklahoma City Thunder won the rebounding battle only by 6, though. The 3-point shooting in this particular game was abysmal. Teams collectively were 19 of 50. Sorry, 19 of 49. Points in the paint favored the Pacers. Look, you got to limit the turnovers. And look, the Pacers, it's the Siakam and Halliburton show. And the other guys play their roles. And they do it effectively. And when it works, it works. When it doesn't, and for the Thunder, somebody else besides Shea has to step up. Chet Holmgren had 20 points. He had 10 rebounds. So he had a good game. The bench, Alex Caruso played 32 minutes and only had 8 points. Hartenstein played 18 minutes. He had 4 points. I'm of the utmost belief that instead of Dort or Wallace, they should play Hartenstein instead of those guys. So that way you would have Holmgren, Williams, Alexander, Dort, and instead of Cason Wallace, You stick Hartenstein in there. Again, the Pacers collectively, they know what they are. Siakam's going to do damage. Halliburton's going to do damage, and the rest of the guys play the role. Oklahoma City Thunder, it's Shea and everybody else. And is anybody else going to step up? Holmgren and Williams had good games. Not very productive off the bench. Any of them. Even Obi Toppin had 8 points in 28 minutes for the Pacers. So now Pacers up 2-1. I will go as far as to say Oklahoma City on Friday will win game 4. I know I said they would win game 3. That was wrong. But it's sort of a do or die game right now for the Thunder. You even the series up, you get back home court advantage, and then it's the best of 3. I said the Thunder would win in 7 or 6. Could be wrong on that one. But I'll pick the Thunder to win numero game 4. NHL news, Connor Hellebuyck has pulled off the rare Hart Vezina double. Although in the playoffs, the last 3 years, he has been less than stellar. It's a regular season trophy, really. Both of them. But congratulations to him. Again, he had a fantastic regular season, but for some odd reason, when he gets to the playoffs, he sort of stinks. No other way to put it. From around the world in sports, some of the top headlines today. Cincinnati Reds Wade Miley is accused of being late Skaggs' drug supplier. It's reported by the Associated Press. Miley is accused in court documents of providing drugs to the late Tyler Skaggs, the Los Angeles pitcher who died of an accidental overdose in 2019, if you remember. Skaggs' former agent, Ryan Hamill, said in a deposition that Skaggs told him he was using pain pills containing oxycodone that were provided by Miley. Again, it was reported by the Associated Press. The deposition is part of a wrongful death lawsuit filed by Skaggs' family against the Angels in California. The former publicist for the Angels, Eric Kay, was convicted in Texas of providing the fentanyl-laced pills that an autopsy found contributed to Skaggs' death. Kay subsequently was sentenced to 22 years in federal prison. Remember, Skaggs died in the team hotel in a Dallas suburb. Body was found hours later. I'll just go on to read this. Miley, who's 38 now, is not facing criminal charges, and it's not the first time his name has come up in relation to Skaggs' death. During the sentencing phase of Kay's case, prosecutors used a recording of a conversation between Kay and his mother in which Kay said Miley was one of Skaggs' drug suppliers. I hope at some point this can all be put to conclusion. That's unfortunate. The world of golf, obviously the U.S. Open out there at Oakmont. A lot of guys struggling today with the rough, obviously. Again, at Oakmont, you have to put the ball in the fairway. Any holes. put it in the par threes. Got to put the ball in play. Because if you don't, you're foobarred. Right now, JJ Spawn is the first round leader, 400. Lawrence is -3 and second. Tim, Kepka, and Im 2 under. Some guys are still in the course, but they should be finishing up soon. Just going through the scores. Some golfers in trouble after the first round. Shane Lowry shot a 9 over. It'll be a 9 over 79. Sepp Straka was 8 overs, 78. Jason Day and Tony Finau both shot a 76. 6 over. Justin Thomas was 6 over. Ashkay Batia and Patrick Cantlay were 6 over with a 76. Dustin Johnson shot a 75, 5 over. Rory McIlroy was 4 over, 74. Hideki Matsuyama and Tommy Fleetwood also 4 over, 74. Scotty Scheffler shot a 73, 3 over. Bryson DeChambeau was +3. Keegan Bradley and Harris English were +3. My pick to win the Open, Xander Schauffele shot a 2 over, 72. Some guys in the thick of it after the first round. Colin Morikawa was even 70. Jordan Spieth shot an even 70. Adam Scott shot a 70. He's even par. John Rahm was a 1 under 69. And of course, I went through the leaders. Still looking over some of the headlines. Again, hoping to have Mr. Mick coming on at some point. Pardon me. Major League Baseball. Well, by the way, I fully expect the Edmonton Oilers to win tonight. Tie the series 2-2. That's an iffy pick. Just based off what I saw from the Oilers the last game. But again, do or die for the Oilers to tie it up and get home ice advantage again. So we will see. Scores from yesterday in Major League Baseball. Big slate. Pirates beat the Marlins 5-2. Phillies beat the Cubs 7-2. Guardians beat the Reds 11-2. Braves beat the Brewers 6-2. Blue Jays beat the Cardinals 5-2. Diamondbacks beat the Mariners 5-2. Angels beat the Athletics 6-5. Dodgers beat the Padres 5-2. Orioles beat the Tigers 10-1. Red Sox beat the Rays 4-3. The Mets beat the Nationals 5-zip. Yankees beat the Royals 6-3. Twins beat the Rangers 6-2. Astros beat the White Sox 10-2. Giants beat the Rockies 10-7. On the slate today, Right now, middle of the seventh, the Tigers up on the Orioles 4-0. Yankees Royals 0-0. That's top of the third. Top of the third, Cardinals down to the Brewers 1-0. In the end of the first, it's 0-0 Pirates Cubs. Top of the first, White Sox Astros. Final, Mets for the Nationals 4-3. The Rangers beat the shit out of the Twins 16-3, and the Rockies over the Giants 8-7. Mr. Mick just got back to me. He had some things come up, so we will have to reschedule, and that's fine. Shit happens. What are you gonna do? I would go over some NFL stuff, but I will save it for the next upcoming end zone to end zone. WNBA action last night as iPad buffers, and it's continuing to buffer. Talk amongst yourselves. Again, WNBA scores from last night. Sparks beat the Aces 97-89. The Mercury beat the Wings 93-80. And the Storm handed the Lynx their first loss of the season, 94-84. No games tonight. Tomorrow, the Sky, the Dream, the Wings are at the Aces. Saturday, Sparks at the Lynx, Liberty at the Fever, Storm at the Valkyries. And on Sunday, Sky at the Sun, Dream at the Mystics, Mercury at the Aces. NASCAR is in Mexico this weekend, which is asinine. Men's College World Series, ladies and gentlemen, still going on. Tomorrow night, double elimination round, I believe it's at Arizona at Coastal Carolina. At 7 o'clock tomorrow night, the double elimination round, the Louisville's at the Oregon States. Then on Saturday, double elimination round, Murray State takes on you. And double elimination round, LSU plays Arkansas. Some college football news because I haven't done student body right for a while. Wisconsin gets probation fined for impermissible calls. For Associated Press. They were placed on 1 year's probation and fined 25 grand on Thursday after an NCAA investigation showed 9 coaches and staffers made impermissible phone calls to recruits in 2023. Line coach Greg Scruggs and director of player personnel Max Stineker received 1 year show cause order. Scruggs is now an assistant defensive line coach for the 49ers. Stineker is USC's executive director of personnel. Wisconsin coach Lou Fickle and outside linebacker special teams coach Matt Mitchell were prohibited from having recruiting communications with high school prospects from June 15th to June 21st. Fickle was determined to have violated head coach responsibility. Yep. It's all a bunch of bullshit anyway. Gonna look over some other stuff. Um, I saw some people talking about this or about Tyrese Halliburton's comments about the media pushing back on him. And then I guess, he has a right to say what he wants to say, and he has a right to feel how he wants to feel. He basically said, I guess Halliburton was basically asked about doubters in the media. And Halliburton said the commentary is always going to be what it is. Most of the time, the talking heads on the major platforms, I couldn't care less, honestly. What do they really know about basketball? At a time like this, I'm not really on social media as much. I try to stay off it as much as I can, but you see it. ESPN might be on in my house, and there it is. It is what it is. Stephen A. Took it for the most part personally. Stephen A. went on to say today on First Take, here's the problem: it's the sensitivity. It was the media that came out and said you're not overrated. It was your peers who voted you overrated, not the media. You see how slick these dudes get. They try to point to the media. No, it's your colleagues. It's your contemporaries, present and former, who were questioning you. Quote unquote. People like myself and others, other than the actual superstar debate, have nothing but rave about Tyrese Halliburton. So the heightened level of sensitivity they want to give off, like Magic said, focus on the damn finals. You ain't won it yet. And then he said, just in case he was talking about me, my brother, I'm not going away. I'm going to be here a while. Players far more accomplished and far more superior have made their efforts trying to call me out. How has that worked out? What are you guys, 12? Come on, man. I mean, if the media wants to take shots or your contemporaries want to take shots, if he wants to respond in whatever manner he responds, he has the right to do so. So, I mean, if there's certain media people out there that want to take it personally, well, boo hoo. Boo hoo. It sounds to me like Stephen A. and a couple other people are the sensitive ones. Obviously, Stephen A. said he's not going anywhere when neither is Tyrese Halliburton because he's in the NBA Finals. And they're up 2-1. So, again, apologize. Mr. Mick has had some stuff come up. Understandable. I am going to cut it short. Enjoy the NHL playoffs tonight. Stanley Cup, as I end every show. And have a good weekend, by the way. Practice compassion, practice empathy, have passion for what you do. Hug somebody, it might make their day. Tell somebody you love them. You might not get a second opportunity. And for the love of God, if you see somebody struggling, don't ignore it. Inquire and ask. You just might be saving a life. As is the case with every show, Dandy Don, take me out.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over. year starts the same old thing again.